How was Jan?
Good evening, everybody. We're back with more of the Grand Adventure.
Penis.
Now then, when last we left, I believe the last thing that you were doing was heading to Godricks Vigil, when you suddenly became ambushed by rather incompetent little red devils.
Oh, yes.
Highly incompetent.
Smashed one, Candide shot one, Canal shot one.
And
killed one of its friends.
Yep, one of them killed one of its buddies. Because he's special that way. Alright.
So I think at this point we're all just going to keep heading back to the vigil.
Probably. I think it was about nighttime. Are you going to rest or are you going to keep walking?
I'd probably suggest. I think we were going to pull off and rest, actually. Like, level up, heal up, all that stuff.
Okay.
I thought we just spent the night because you guys play with that deck of many things.
Yeah, but right after that is when the red things showed up.
Oh,
Yeah, that was like back on the other side of the crossroads. You guys walked a significant way after you met Candide. Candide.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, so you set up for the evening. Malik does his typical nonsense. Creating you a nice little dome. Are you creating shelter, Brannick?
Not tonight.
Fair. Alright. So, you all start going to sleep. Are you trying to contact?
I am.
Okay.
I will.
I could try,
okay.
just for shits and giggles.
You could try.
I will as well.
Dice, you hate me tonight.
Alright, we'll go ahead and start with Ganel here. Yes. Don't worry, it won't be all that amazing. You go into your trance and you're trying to contact. You're kind of, you know, I don't know that you necessarily want to get in contact with Uranus, but you're trying. Doesn't seem to do anything.
I didn't figure it probably would either, so.
Vranick! You're attempting to reach Godrick and you wake up in that cozy little house again.
Evening.
Evening. You can notice fairly easily that there's a couple of, like, scorch marks that he's trying to, like, hide behind, like, picture frames and things. There's a bunch of paintings that weren't there before, and you can kind of see the, like, blackened outlines behind them. He's not very good at hiding them.
I'm just gonna look at them, and go, repressing is not going to help.
Who said anything about repressing?
I'm just gonna point at the scorch marks.
It looks better than having it just on the wall.
No, I agree with that. Yes. Everything okay?
Trying to figure out things. Figuring out the best plan.
Right now, I think we got attacked by those red devil demon things again, but they were highly incompetent in trying to kill each other. It's very weird.
What? Why would you have more coming after you?
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
That's very peculiar.
Also, Grum keeps getting visited by that devil person, the one after. And last time he actually touched her and seemed to start corrupting her. I was able to get it out.
That's very, very bad. I don't
Yes,
know
it was
what
the
he's
same sort of
going
stuff.
after. He might be trying to accelerate his own plans. I don't even know what his actual plans are. Uranus was supposed to be helping us with that, but well, we know how that's going.
Yes. Do you by chance know the devil's name?
Unfortunately, I don't. That's something that's very, very difficult to get. They
No, it's
constant.
not. I'm just gonna smile and go, I have that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We have a deck of many things.
Why do you have a deck of many things? How did you get a deck of many things?
The Kildrak had. So we took it after we killed it. I
Huh.
already pulled some cards from it.
That's new. I didn't know that he had
Yeah,
one of
so
those.
Me, Grum, and Brudrin can each ask a single question and get a perfect answer. We're probably going to, I think the plan currently is I'm going to ask for that demon's true name. Then I'll have either Brudrin or Grum ask how to kill him. And then we'll use the third one on how to kill Uranus.
That seems like a fairly good plan.
Now, enacting the information we get from said questions is going to be a different story, but I figure with the true name, I can at least, if I can't kill him, I can do other things to him.
This is very true. Devils tend to hide their true names for reasons.
Well, I remember learning in seminary that with a demon devil's true name, you can bind them, you can command them, expel them.
That is definitely part of it.
So I
Allows you to have a
they'll
lot
give
of
us some
power
sort
over
of
them.
edge. Yes. Ought to be interesting. Alright.
Well then,
Try not to burn your house.
I can just have Uruku make me another one. He likes building
Just start
things.
laughing back and go, oh, we're heading back to the vigil. I'll see
Right.
you later.
Probably a good idea. Take care.
Take care, sir.
Boom. You wake back up in the morning and everything's fine. Alright, Grum. You go to sleep and are trying to reach out and contact. Probably feeling a slight bit of anxiety, given how everything else has gone the past couple times.
Yeah.
But you wake up in a tiny little bed.
Yes.
Oh, Grum!
Yes.
Grum, you're
it's
finally here!
Well, took you long enough.
Hey, it's not
I
on
keep
my
getting-
side to do that. That's
I
on
keep-
you.
I keep getting creeper molester demon in my dream, and it sounds like he's trying to turn me into what Kildrak. And I point
Yeah, don't
to
let him
the-
do that. That'd be bad. And I have absolutely nothing to do with how you contact me. At least when you're not within the realm. When you're in the realm, I can reach out to you whenever. When you're outside of the realm,
Well,
I can't really reach you unless you specifically make the connection.
oh, well, I didn't know that. Nobody told me. Well,
I can swear I told you before, but it probably went a little over your head.
hey, Rome had more important matters to think about. Like, saving the world, etc., etc.
Right.
So, you guys have any any plan in motion that I should know?
Well, we unfortunately can't really share anything in case Uranus is watching one of you somewhere.
Well, he shouldn't be able to, I think, because,
He's the god of scrying. If he wanted to, he could probably find a way.
oh, okay, but you got something.
Got some what?
You can't give me a hint?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Head back to the vigil, as you planned, from the looks of things. It's really hard to do, or it's really hard to get any idea what you're doing when you're not in the realm.
Jeez, well, we're heading there. We're heading to... I forgot now what the place is. They handle the location stuff. I just follow along and beat shit. But
That's fair enough.
getting to the point. Well, just I guess I'll keep in touch with you later on then.
Alright, take care of yourself, Grum.
Will do, and I'll just slam back to the bed, sleep. Well, it's more like a big snore.
Steve is the demon. It's obvious. It's obvious. All right. Now, Brudrin, you go to sleep trying to reach out to Baldur. And it just seems really dark. Like you can feel that you're kind of awake. But it's just really, really dark. Suddenly you feel a slight, like, scraping across your back. And just a whisper in your, hello there.
Oh, it's
You know, I've been so happy that your other friend has been coming by so much. I was not expecting more guests. As he kind of slowly comes around the front and just into your field of view. You feel the tail just like slowly scraping across like the back of your leg. Oh, it's so nice to almost be back. Still a little bit stiff, but soon enough, we'll be meeting again. You feel a little bit like of a deep scratch across your face as you just wake up. It singes like, it fucking burns like hell when it goes across too.
the nasties.
Alright, so yeah, you wake up after a little bit. Your face hurts like shit. The right side of your face feels like it's on fire.
I hate demons.
Well,
You all wake up in the morning. Everything seems fine, except for that Brudrin just suddenly says, I fucking hate demons.
what happened?
Oh, you look over and it's very clear. There's like fucking deep gash marks in his face that are like cratered with that almost like corruption looking thing. It's almost up into his eye. It's going down into his neck. This is way worse than Grum's.
I'm gonna look and go, I'll see what I can do. I'll attempt greater restoration.
Okay. You take the time to like prep the spell and cast it upon Brudrin, it seems to recede quite a bit, but there's still some of it there.
I'll do a second cast.
It seems to like recede back into the gash. It's still like cratered beyond all recognition.
Jesus. Okay. Let's think.
Put some lard on it.
Put some lard on it.
I'm gonna look over at Grum and go.
Here, have a good berry.
You've had worse things on your face.
Brax is gonna bust out the good berry.
Good berries for all.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna tell Brudrin, you stay next to me. I want to keep an eye on that throughout the day.
Fair enough.
I
Yeah,
guess,
Brudrin.
Candide just offering good berries for breakfast.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Grum probably won't take a good berry. I would.
I'll be your huckleberry.
I'll be your huckleberry.
Smooth.
Okay. So you all eat and drink as Malik provides the water again. And then you'll be on your way, yes? Any other preparations or anything you're doing before you go?
I had an idea.
Oh.
Do tell.
I want to try my scrying again.
Okay. Who are you trying to scry?
The person who might have my former Arana soulage in them.
You can give it a try.
I'm well familiar with it.
Oh, he's trying to describe the actual power source.
Yeah.
That is kind of an odd.
Alright, so let's see here. I know I make the save. What's the actual, like, normal DC for it?
That's what I'm looking at here. It actually doesn't say on my sheet.
I know it was based off your wisdom initially. So what's your
That's
wisdom
right.
modifier?
Target makes a wisdom saving throw.
It's +4.
Okay.
Saves are usually 8
About
plus
16.
proficiency bonus
Yeah.
plus stat mod.
You're not having any luck. Doesn't seem to come up with anything.
Alrighty.
All right. Anything else from anyone else this morning?
No,
Ow, my face.
Actually,
fuck
I'm gonna do a medicine check on Brudrin's face to see, like, kind of examine it, see what kind of, like, what's up with it, basically.
Okay, go ahead and do the medicine check.
I'm rolling great, so great.
It looks like someone cut up his face. Looks like someone probably, you know, or looks like a clawed beast had just like gashed itself across the face. Aside from that, you're not too sure if it's infected. You're not really sure what else would be possibly wrong with it. Aside from there's a big old crater.
Alright, let's get going. I don't want to burn all my juice trying to... It looks like I got most of the corruption out, so if I need to, I'll blast it again.
My beautiful
Alright.
beard.
Yeah, a bit of his beard is singed. Like, on the lower part there. Just the entire... It looks like there's a little gap where, like, the gash mark is.
Unfortunately, I can't fix your beard, sir.
Nope.
It's a sad day.
Sad, 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 sad day. He's not a tumor.
How is Grum's
It's not
face
a
looking?
tumor.
Grum's little gash, it's still kind of there, but so far it doesn't really seem to have any more of like the corruption part. It's just kind of healing.
I'm gonna kind of pat Grum gently on the cheek and go, "It's healing nicely. Good."
Okay, you proceed forward for the day. Let's see here.
Every so often, probably every like 30 minutes, I'm gonna make sure I'm walking to the side of Brudrin where I can see the markings. And probably every 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna take a look at them.
Okay.
It's not like I have anything else to do.
Brudrin's scars, for the most part, seem to be doing okay. Like, it looks like you got most of the corruption out. It just seems like they're very painful. Okay. So you travel on for the majority of the day. You do manage to make it back to the vigil basically unimpeded. Nothing really terrible seems to happen. Candide, you see a very large fort just on the horizon that this party seems to be heading towards.
Would like to ask the party, because at this point, I don't really know what's going on. I mean, I'm just following you guys, so I would probably want to know, where are we going?
So, Candide, my cousin not Godrick, that's my god. Look,
Wilhelm.
today's been a weird morning. My cousin Wilhelm is a paladin of a god known as Godrick, who I worship. That is his base. It's also within the realm of the gods that we're all kind of connected to. Like if you noticed, Brudrin over here woke up with the big gashes in his face. That's point 2 on our list that we showed you. That's the demon or devil that's chasing us. It's a long story, and I'll try to explain it as we're going, that we somehow, several of us has like bits of godhood in us and all this weirdness.
You city folk sure are weird.
I got
But
a bit
trust
of
me,
godhood in my
Andy,
manhood.
this isn't city folk. This is just weirdness. I'm from across the ocean.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I'm fairly certain we're all from across the ocean. Malik
Yeah,
is
none of
talking.
us are native here, man. But there'll be safety at least inside that building. We can figure
Fair
out
enough.
our plan of attack.
Fair enough. Alright. You make your way into the vigil. It's approaching nightfall. Like, it's not quite that. You still got a couple hours left. But you walk in. Wilhelm seems to be, like, in the mess hall eating. And as you walk in... Ah! Cousin! Welcome! How'd it go? Where's Steve?
We told Steve to come back. We had stuff we had to take care of. Did he?
Oh,
come back?
you let Steve out on his own, didn't you? Great.
If I shouldn't have done that, you should have warned me.
Normally he's fine. Normally. Where was the last place you saw him?
The Crossroads town?
Okay. And he started heading back this way.
That's what we told him to, yeah. We told him to come back here while we went and dealt with Kildrak himself.
Maybe he went to Uruku's crossing. I mean, it's further down, I guess. We'll send someone to go look for him there. He loses track of things sometimes.
Oh boy. Anyway, Candide, meet my large and angry cousin Wilhelm.
Ah!
It's a pleasure.
Greetings. Haven't seen you around here. Are you from up north? I think those clothes are.
I'm from far away, that's all you need to know.
Well, alright then. Leans over to you, Vanek. He's not very talkative, is he?
No, I think he's more of a wilderness guy. Good in the fight, though. Got to see him kill a imp, closet, I don't know. Little
Something.
red devil things again.
Wait, they're back again? They had stopped
The best
harassing
part
all
is
the
there were two
towns.
pairs, and they were trying to kill each other.
Wait, why?
No idea, they're all dead.
Okay then. I guess we'll have to start preparing to keep watch for those things again.
And just for reference, Ganel is no longer imbued with Uranus's power.
Wait, what? How did that happen? Why did that happen? Where did it go?
I'm gonna look at Ganel. Do you want to explain it, or should I?
Also, does that mean that he's sane again?
Oh yeah, we fixed that.
Okay, good.
Alongside that statement, because I don't like even hearing about the fucked up shit that I did. And I'll just throw my hood on and walk out the room.
Was it something I said?
He is really... He remembers everything he did.
Oh.
And in order to fix him, I had to kill him. And then I brought him back.
You're taking this rather well.
Oh, I'm gonna look right in Wilhelm's eyes and goes, "Oh, I'm taking it splendidly. I'm going to kill Uranus. I don't know how, but he's the cause of all this, and he's dead."
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, I already told Godrick. He's cool with it.
Yes, he has mentioned something.
Oh, that's because he was conspiring with Ganel while Ganel was crazy to convince us all to go somewhere so he could strip us all of our powers like he originally planned and probably kill us all.
Well then, that's...
And I'm going to say very loudly, and Uranus, I don't care if you're watching me. I'm coming. I will find you.
I have a special set of skills. I will find you.
Yeah, the whole team is really angry.
Well, okay then.
But now, real quick, I had a question for you, Wilhelm. Do you have a vault in this keep anywhere where we can put dangerous things?
A vault?
Secure storage of some sort.
We've got a jail, kind of.
It's not gonna work. I need to keep this.
We haven't really had a need for a vault. We've got, like, the coffers that we use for storing money, but really, that's under guard all the time. It's not really a vault, per se.
Do you think any of your guards would be tempted by a deck of many things?
I would like to say no, but greed can be a very powerful thing.
I'll keep it with me then.
Okay.
So yeah, it was an eventful trip, but Brudrin killed Kildrak, so Kildrak's gone.
Well, that's good. That is always good. One
I'm gonna
less
look at
evil in the
Candide.
world.
Can you do me a favor and go check on Ganel? He's
Sure.
not having a day. Thank you.
Alright, we'll split off to Candide and Ganel real quick. Ganel, you walked out. What were you doing when you walked out? Were you going anywhere?
What time of day is it?
It's like evening. You still got about like an hour or two before sundown.
I would probably be posting myself up somewhere high to like keep a lookout because I know that guy's still coming after me. And it's a good excuse to get away from everybody, so.
Alright. A few minutes later, are you like posting up right outside, like up above, or?
It'd be above, not too far from where we're at because just in case.
Okay, so I'll say you're probably like on top of the building where the mess hall is. Just clambered up somehow. Candide, you step out. You don't see Ganel anywhere.
Then I should go look for him.
Okay, are you gonna try to find tracks, or what are you gonna try to do?
Can use a survival check.
But of course! Yeah, go ahead if you're trying to be stealthy, Ganel, on your attempt to get up there. There's way too many footprints, Candide. You can't tell anything about where he went. This is the middle of town.
I just go back inside. Fuck it.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'll go talk to the Colonel. He'll know what to do.
Colonel, can you hear me? I'm looking for a PSC1.
Alright. So you walk back in. Vranek, y'all were still chatting. Candide comes back in after a few moments.
I'm gonna look, couldn't find him.
Of course not.
He probably just doesn't want to be found.
He disappeared.
Alright, well,
He
thank you
seems
for
like
looking,
that.
Candide. I appreciate it. I'm going to look at Grum and Bergeron. I'm like, so we each have, and I'm going to explain to Wilhelm. So Wilhelm just because the deck of many things is a dangerous thing, a bunch of us actually pulled from it.
Well, you're brave.
Oh yeah, came out of it pretty well actually. Had to fight death.
Well, obviously you're all still here.
Yeah, me, Malik, Bergeron, we had to fight like a specter of death. It was kind of pathetic actually. I felt really bad for him by the end of it.
Huh.
Yeah. But one thing that me, Grum, and Bergeron each got, and I guess it's the magic of the deck because we all know we have it, is that we each can ask a question and get a true, perfect answer.
Oh, well, that's very, very handy.
Yep. And Vranek's gonna crack his neck like he does, and he's going to very clearly state, what is the name of the devil that is hunting us to steal our powers? His true name. What is it?
So you're going to meditate on that? Because I think you have to, like, spend a little bit meditating.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it out loud and then kind of concentrate on it for however long I need to.
Okay. You kind of find a quieter side of the, like, mess hall. And I'm gonna go discuss this. All right. You focus really hard, trying to, like, think of the name and trying to get the answer from the facets of the universe. Suddenly, it just starts coming to you. Veratul.
Can you spell that, please? Because I don't. I'm gonna write it
Yeah,
down.
I'll put it in there.
No wonder he's so mad. He has a name.
That's great.
As I come out, I'm just gonna smile like that big old dragon grin, like, "Gotcha now, you bastard."
Well, at least his name is not Taserface.
Taserface!
I'm assuming that it'll probably take me like 15 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
So everyone else, like, are you all talking with Wilhelm or amongst yourselves about anything in particular, or just idle chatter?
I'm still in pain. My face hurts.
Yeah, you're still just, my face, my precious modeling career. Alright, so a little bit of time passes, Brennan. Aha, gotcha now.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and everyone's kind of just chilling, I guess, snacking and stuff, and I'm gonna look at everyone and go, "I got his name." I'm gonna look right at Wilhelm and go, "I got that son of a bitch's true name."
Oh, well that's going to be extremely handy.
Yes, I just don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to draw his attention. Malik, do you have a writing? Why am I even asking? Can I borrow parchment and quill?
Sure. He messes around in his pack and hands it to you. Say it. Say his name.
Brudrin and Grub, which of you would like to ask how to kill this guy?
I'll ask.
Alright, I'm going to write out his name on the parchment and I'm going to hand it to Brudrin and go, "You need to go concentrate on this question for about 15 minutes. I want just concentrate on how do we kill this thing? And don't say it out loud."
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
Like, this is his true name. This is the name of him connected to the universe. Speaking it might actually make him notice us.
Okay.
I don't want him to know we have it yet, because I can do, with preparation, I can do a whole lot of stuff to him with this.
Okay, well, why are we asking how to kill him?
Because I'm totally going to want to kill him if we can. If we can't kill him, then we'll go from something else. But you using your question to find out how to kill him will give us a definitive answer on how.
Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna make my way into, well, whatever. I'm just gonna meditate about the question. How do we kill... I'm not gonna say his name out loud. I'm just gonna think of it.
Very
all right.
cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
You focus on the question for a while. After a while, it seems the universe is just converging to, like, give you the answer. There's a very elaborate set to it, but the gist of it is that you would have to get him out of his own realm, and even then, after you kill him, he would basically come back eventually, unless you could somehow figure out a way to sever his tie to the plane that he's from.
Okay, I'm gonna share that information with the party.
I figured as much. So we're gonna need to bind him, not kill him. I can research that though.
I'm sure that Baldur's Sight has some type of tomes about devil binding. It has everything.
I'll probably just have Brudrin ask. Now that we're back in their protection, I could probably get Brudrin just to ask Baldur directly.
Possibly. I don't know that Baldur's particularly done anything about that. He's accumulated a lot of knowledge. I don't know that he's read all of it.
Fair point. I was gonna say it's not generally my purview as a cleric to bind demons. That's usually a wizard's kind of thing. So I'm going to look over at Grum and go, Grum, would you like to ask how do we destroy Uranus? Or do you want to save it?
Sure.
All right. Now, specifically ask how do we destroy Uranus?
Okay.
You can't really, I don't think, kill a god so much as break his essence apart. That's all is my guess.
So how do you destroy him is the question you're asking? Okay.
It's gonna be with Gryffindor.
Alright, you focus on that, like, question for some time, Grum. Although it's really hard because all you really think about is, like, I could be going and doing it right now.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, like, why don't I just go and do it why don't we just go do it ourselves? Like, then you just smash him, bash him, stab him, shoot him.
After a bit of trying to focus, the answer does start to come into focus. And eventually, the universe kind of seems to, like, start filling your head with all these images of stuff. And you can kind of figure out that, like, Uranus actually isn't a god anymore. He's technically mortal, he can't die by normal means. Not of natural causes. He still has some of his godlike powers, but he's lost the immortality aspect of being a god. So the universe's answer is pretty much carefully.
So apparently Uranus isn't a god. He's just tougher to kill. Because he still has some powers, but he can die. We just have to be apparently careful about it.
I'm just gonna get that look on my face and go with the big grin and go, so what I'm hearing is we need to figure out a way to master these avatar states the rest of us can still do, and just pummel him to death with raw power. Overwhelming force, that's a good option.
I mean, that's definitely one way of taking care of it.
Well, that doesn't really sound careful, but I don't care. As long as we fight.
Well, I'm not saying like we just walk up to his front door and go, hey, we're here, blast, blast, blast. I'm thinking more like planning out the attack, but yeah.
Where is he? Where's the trigger?
Alright, so we've got a Devil's True Name. We can't really kill him, so we're gonna have to bind him. Baldur's Gift's probably got the info. Is Ganel just been sitting outside the whole time, I'm assuming? Or has he finally come back in?
Keeping watch. It's basically nightfall now, Ganel. So it is dark.
Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna go find Ganel. I'm gonna go walk
Good luck.
outside and I'm just going to shout,
Alright, good luck with that.
Ganel! I need to talk to you!
I'm just keeping quiet and keeping a lookout for this guy that's supposedly hunting me, so.
You can go ahead and try to roll a perception or an investigation or a survivalist, whatever you could feasibly use to try to find him. Because right now he is specifically not wanting to be found.
Yeah, there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to catch him with any of that stuff.
Probably not.
I'm going to very calmly say, look, if all you're going to do is stay separated from us rather than allowing us to help you, then why are you still here? I brought you back so we could help you and you could stick around. But if you're just going to avoid us, then what's the freaking point? I know you're out here somewhere.
I'll sort of walk up to the edge and look over. You're awful loud.
I'm just gonna look up and go, did the armor give it away? I'm not very good at sneaking.
There's still stuff hunting us, and I'm trying to keep a watch over all of you.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. What is it? Who is it?
Just someone from the past.
Well, if it's hunting us, why don't we consider turning the tables and going after it?
I had the same thought, actually.
Because we've come up with the fact that one, and I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna say one, we can't kill the demon permanently. We have to bind him, and I've got his true name now, so I can figure that out. Two, Uranus is not a god anymore. He is mortal. He is killable, but he still has some of his divine energy, so it's going to be a pain in the ass. So I figure we can take care of your problem first, while researching the other problems.
I don't know what we're dealing with, to be honest with you.
Well, with Candide, there's what, 5 of us and 1 of him?
I sort of
6.
feel like this is my thing to deal with.
Forgot Malik.
I'm the one that took
I'm
revenge.
trying to remember exactly how many.
Perhaps this is just the sins of my past finally catching up to me.
Well, we're your friends. And
You're
just
not-
like we did with Brudrin.
You're not my friends. You're my family. And I'm going to protect you.
Well, if we're your family, then we can do what we did with Brudrin. We can at least help you find him. And then if you want to go toe-to-toe with him, I'll make sure he ain't going to take you down the easy way.
I think it's something I need to take care of myself.
So what, you're just going to run off on your own?
No, that's not what I meant by that. You can help me find him. But I'm the one that needs to take care of this.
Yeah, it's fine. We did the same with Brudrin. How about you... Well, I don't know if you want to sleep out here.
Streets have always been my home.
Fair enough. Well, in the morning, if you think do you think you have a lead on where he's coming?
I think he's in the north, and I know he's not alive, so he's not resting. So I'm not sure where he's made it to by now.
Well then, in the morning, we'll just go head back up north. If he's coming south, we'll meet him eventually.
Alright.
Try to get some rest.
I'll see you in the morning.
Alright. I'll head back inside.
You head back inside and everybody's just eating, I'm assuming.
I figured everyone would be resting after this. By the way, is Brudrin's face still doing okay as far as the corruption?
It's still kind of marred up, but it seems to not really have any corruption left in it.
Quite frankly, I'm not worried about it being marred up. It's just a scar to me. Brandon's more concerned about making sure he doesn't become another Kildrak. I'm gonna look at Wilhelm and say, we got some beds, man. Ganel's just keeping watch outside. He'll be fine.
Oh, of course. There should be a couple empty rooms. Just find one and sleep.
I'm just gonna look at everyone and go, I'm going to bed.
Fair enough.
And I will not attempt to contact Godrick. I have no interest in it this evening.
Okay.
If he contacts me, that's a different story, and I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Is anyone else doing anything before you go to sleep besides eating?
I want to try again. Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm going to try and get a hold of Boulder.
Okay.
Try and get my other side of the face singed.
Alright. How about you, Candide? You doing anything special?
I haven't slept in a bed in months.
So you're gonna sleep outside then?
No. The bed is what's special.
The
Okay.
bed calls for him.
Alright. Everyone who is trying to attempt to contact, go ahead and roll the insight.
God damn!
God damn! Are you attempting, Grum? Or are you not?
Well, I already saw him. That's all I cared about, so.
Okay. Yeah, Ganel, you start trancing up while looking out, so you can try to keep a watch out, but you're still trying to contact Uranus. Doesn't seem to really be working. Like, nothing seems to be coming of it. Brudrin, you go to sleep and you're trying to contact Baldur. Everything seems really light. You feel like you're gonna open your eyes and be up on that cloud again, seeing Baldur. And instead, there's just pure dark again. Oh, you're back so soon!
Fucking.
Oh, I know you do. That just makes it even better. You can actually feel the tail like entirely around you and like binding the arms to the side. It's actually kind of crushing.
We're gonna find you.
Oh, I know. And I'll be waiting for you. It'll be so nice. But really... Oh, they fixed my work. Oh, that's so sad. He's kind of like brushing it, not with like the nails, he's kind of just like running the scaled hand across it, and you like feel the rough just on the cut, and it hurts because he's pressing in on still wounded flesh. And after he gets like down there, he kind of just like, let's see if we can't make this a bit more, shall we? Grabs up by the neck and just shoves 3 claws through the chest. You can't really breathe anymore. It feels like fire is going through your entire body. Now then, see you soon. And kind of just fades out, and you wake up and... It's hard to breathe.
Blood everywhere.
No blood.
Oh, even worse.
No blood anywhere. You're like... You saw your armor get pierced through. You saw everything about this. Everything just feels wrong. You still feel like on fire everywhere. But there's no holes. There's no blood. There's nothing. Just a sensation of burning and constant pain. And an inability to breathe. At least, easily.
Alright, am I awake now?
You're awake. Everyone's awake. Just in their own separate
I'm gonna
rooms.
take my armor off. And I'm
Well,
gonna
your armor
see-
already would have been off, but you were like looking at your armor and there were like no holes. There's no holes in your chest. It hurts.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find Vranek, and I'm going to explain to him what happened. I'm gonna explain the sensation that I feel.
Alright, Vranik, you hear a pounding on your door in the morning, because I'm sure you're kind of frantic about it, Brudrin.
Oh yeah.
Just kun, 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 kun.
I'm up. What?
You go
Open up.
barreling through the door.
It's not even locked.
Oh. I was just using some. My
You-
chest. It's on fire.
Yeah, you can tell that he's having problems breathing.
What happened?
It happened again. This time there's
Okay.
no marks.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Now, Brudrin, I didn't say there weren't any marks. There were no holes and no blood.
Oh.
There are like 3 little scars directly in the chest.
Rip.
Do I see any visible signs of corruption?
Oh yeah! It kind of seems to be underneath the skin. Like, for you it's a little bit easier because you've been seeing it, like, the past couple days. It's not on the outside right now. You can see, like, darker shades underneath the skin kind of branching out throughout the entire chest from these wounds.
Did you try to contact your god last night?
Yep.
Don't do that.
I
Don't
think
do
I
that
won't.
ever again.
I'm kind of afraid to go to sleep.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to fix it. I'll greater restoration.
It seems to recede. It seems to recede a little bit, but there's still a lot of this. Just, it looks really, really like fucked up even from outside.
I'm gonna kind of propel Brudrin out and find Wilhelm.
All right.
And I'm gonna leave Brudrin bare chested. I'm gonna be like, I'm just like, you ain't putting on a shirt until we finish this.
All right. I'm assuming everyone else was going to the mess hall after they woke up.
Sure.
Grum? Yes? No? Meh? Meh?
I'm sleeping. Grum is sleeping.
Crumb is still sleeping apparently.
Okay. So yeah, Vranik, you go rushing out. Are you gonna go to the mess hall to try to find him, or are you looking...
I'll start in the mess hall and work my way out.
You go out to the mess hall, there's... doesn't seem to be any sign of him. You do see Ganel kind of like sitting down and eating. And Ganel, you see Vranik like ushering Brudrin through, who's just got like his shirt open and just pushing him through, look around and frantically trying to find something.
This has got to stop.
Have you seen Wilhelm this morning?
No.
Ganel, you probably saw him like leaving as you got into the mess hall. He seemed to be going further into the fort.
He's somewhere in the inner sanctuary, I would say.
Thank you. Brudrin apparently got visited by our good friend last night. And it did a much worse thing on him.
I'll put my food down, I'll follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna start looking. I'll aim for the chapel. I figure there's probably a chapel in here somewhere.
You go further in, you're kind of just... you haven't really explored this place all too much. You stop one of the like random soldiers passing by and ask him if there's a chapel, and he points you in the direction and kind of gives you rough directions. After a while, you come across it. Sitting there at the altar is just Wilhelm kind of kneeling, and you burst in the door. Huh? Oh, Vranik, what? Why is the dwarf's shirt open?
I'm gonna march Brudrin up. I'm gonna kind of start pointing out the corruption and go,
Oh,
this
oh.
This is what that demon, devil, whatever he is doing.
Oh,
It's resisting greater restoration.
that's... This thing is rather strong, whatever it is. Oh, that is overwhelming. God, that corruption is just overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know how deep it goes.
Well, let's bring him in and I can try to see what I can do to help this. He kind of starts examining you and like looking you over. Maybe this will help. You see like a glowing light kind of forming in his clawed hands, and he touches your shoulder, Brudrin, and it kind of alleviates it a little bit. Vranek, you can see it kind of slowly receding. That's all I have for today, unfortunately. I'm a little bit exhausted now.
Thanks for giving it a try. It seemed to help a little bit.
Oh. How does he keep doing this?
Apparently, when one of us tries to contact the god we're connected to, sometimes he can jump in. I figured if we got within range of all of them, they could stop it, but apparently I was wrong.
I know they have a lot more purview in this area, but they aren't absolute. If they were, there would be far less problems here.
I'm gonna have to burn another greater restoration to try to see if I can get more of it removed.
Alright, you cast greater restoration again, you make all the motions and kind of put that. It's receding quite a bit now, it's just around the like 3 scars. Brudrin, you can actually breathe relatively easy now, it just still hurts like shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at Bertrand and go, again! And I'm gonna do a third greater restoration, burning a 7th level spell slot to do it.
You summon all the holy power you can to try to cleanse this. And like all of the... You're pretty sure all of the corruption around that immediate vicinity just finally dissipates. Brudrin, you can breathe really easy, but those scars are still there.
Does it look like the corruption seems to be gone, or is it?
It's hard to tell because it's not outside, so you can't like visually confirm with the scar tissue there.
I'm gonna burn my 6th level spell slot and greater restoration a 4th time.
Alright, you do that. It doesn't really seem to do anything, like it looks about the same, but Brudrin, you can like breathe very easily now. Everything seems to be fine, except for that it still just hurts.
Alright, thank you, Vranek. It's, I can breathe now. It burns, but I can...
I'm gonna look at him and just to try to fix the scarring 4th level cure wounds.
Alright, you make a couple of the motions and like lay your hand down upon him, and the scar tissue kind of goes away. Like there's still a bit of it. Yeah, there's still a slight bit of scarring, but it's better.
I'm just gonna look at Bertrand and go, no attempting it anymore.
Duly
You
noted.
understand me?
Oh, yes.
Dear Godrick, what is going on. Okay, so I'm in the chapel, right?
Yes.
Now? Okay. I'm going to tell Brudrin, go get the rest of the guys, get fed, go make sure Grum's awake and she's okay, please. And put a shirt on as well, Brudrin.
Aww. I was just getting ready to lard up.
Glad you
Lard
lard
up.
up.
Go in the sun.
I'm going to look at Wilhelm and go, I'm going to try to contact Godrick from in here.
Okay.
So I'm going to kneel at the altar and try to forcibly contact Godrick from here.
Alright, you start meditating and kneeling and praying, trying to reach Godrick. All you kind of hear is just a voice. Just, is that you? This is odd time to be trying to contact me.
I've got the demon's true name.
Oh.
And apparently he is now really trying to corrupt Brudrin.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
He made it all the way to here to Godricks Vigil and he got him.
Huh. That's disheartening. I had thought we had better control over our area, but apparently he's undermining that somehow. Not sure how. Well, thank you, I suppose. Is there anything else?
No. We're going to probably head to Baldur's Gift and try to do some research on how to bind that demon, because we can't kill him.
Yeah, most greater demons and devils, that's a rather tricky endeavor. Just like killing most of the higher gods is a bit tricky. For a good reason, I would hope.
Well, on the plus side, I figured out Uranus is not a god.
Well, yeah, none of us are. I thought we already told you this.
No, I thought you all were gods, but he wasn't.
No, part of the deal to save him from eternal damnation and such for daring to talk back to them was giving up our godhood. We got to keep the powers because of the bargain that we made. But we don't actually get to be gods.
How on earth? How are you granting powers to me then?
Quite frankly, I was surprised too. But it's probably because Bahamut liked me a bit better than most of them.
Might have been that my dad was a paladin of Bahamut. Who knows?
That could be it. For some reason I can give it to Wilhelm too, but...
Alright, well.
You feel the shrug. You can't actually see anything, but you feel like a celestial just...
Good to know. Okay.
Alright.
I'll cut the connection. What?
Goodbye.
Okay. Alright, well hopefully Brudrin has gone off to go get the rest of everybody. With Ganel, I hope.
Alright. You're gonna attempt to scry. Scry. Okay. So Ganel, you're sitting, or you go back on top, I'm assuming, and just sit looking out.
Anywhere quiet, really.
Yeah, that would probably be the most quiet. Like, the entire town's going to be bustling because everyone's, you know, changing guards, dealing with all the food carts and bringing in supplies and stuff like that. So up top is actually probably the quietest you're going to get.
Alright.
You sit up there and start focusing on scrying out that ever so hideous ghost, or whatever it is. And sure enough, the vision kind of comes back. Ah, hello again. I know you can't hear, I know I can't hear you, but I know you're watching. It's good to know that you're keeping tabs. It's good to know. Means that it'll just make cutting you open that much more satisfying.
I just want to know where he's at, that's all.
Yeah, you kind of recognize it. He's about where that ice pillar had been.
Okay.
He seems to be heading southeast, which would be towards, like, the crossroads. But you're not 100% sure because position from there is a little bit odd. You see, like, the mountains off to the side, which makes you think that it's southeast, but you're not 100% sure.
Alrighty. Go ahead and drop it then, because that's all I really want to know.
Okay.
Try to go avatar form and teleport there, but I don't think it's going to work.
You could try.
Fuck it. Let's try it.
Nothing.
That's what I figured.
No dice. Alright. So then, anyone else doing anything exciting for the day?
I'm putting my shirt on.
Yay!
I'm just walking around, and you guys probably haven't even noticed I'm gone.
Yeah. To be fair, none of you have
Where's
really
that,
met up this morning yet. So,
Where's that
you being gone is not necessarily
dude?
a big problem. So yeah, you're exploring the town, Candide. It seems very, very militarized. Like, everything seems to have a very set order and schedule. There seems to be, like, guards changing at specific times. Whenever a cart shows up, everyone that isn't doing anything immediately stops and, like, very expeditiously unloads it and takes it to its proper place. It's much, much, much more civilized than you're used to.
Town folk.
Alright. So, while you're out exploring the town, what is everyone's plan for the day? Are you going anywhere? Are you doing anything? What are you doing?
Resting. I've burned everything out.
I guess I'm gonna be resting too, trying to get over that feeling of pain from last night's stream.
Alright, that's fair.
How big of a town is this?
It's moderate. There's the main fort that probably takes up a good, like, third of the town, because it's just designed to house every single soldier. There's a couple of, like, little tiny shops, like bakeries and other, like, immediate prepared food sources that they kind of, like, do. And then kind of like a blacksmith and a couple of other houses for people, or for, like, the soldiers' families and stuff to live in.
It's more of a fort town than anything then, huh?
Yeah, this is very much like a militarized town.
Okay.
Well,
If there's no like library or nothing here, then I have nothing I need to do tonight.
They would probably have something, but it wouldn't be. It would mostly be like tactics and other military like strategies, training manuals, etc., etc.
oh, you know what? Rudrin, you should open up your muscle-bound tome, right?
And start making them gains.
Yes, you need to get some game.
Now the problem is
I'm
that he has to
gonna-
do it. He has to do it every day.
All right, well, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna put that as part of my morning routine.
Well, you have to work for 6 hours at it a day. So,
While
you gonna
I
dedicate
walk,
all that time?
while I eat breakfast. I'm trying to do like Rocky, man. You know, like.
Da-na-na, na-na-na, da-da-da-na-na-na.
Mom is gonna wake up, by the way. She's going to replenish her meat supply because I think it should be running low by now.
That's fair. Okay, so you're gonna go
And
into
she
town.
will she will try to behave on behalf of her party and Wilhelm, but she's gonna keep that in the back of her mind.
I must behave. I must
Hopefully.
behave. I must behave. I must behave. All right. So, go ahead. Well, you go out into town, and there does seem to be like a few carts and like a few stores and stuff like that, and like traveling merchants that have pulled into the town. One of them is in fact a meat vendor.
Is it the meat vendor?
Is it the same meat
Well, right now you just see the wagon full of meat. The person doesn't seem to be there in particular. At least not that you can see. He might be on the other side of the cart, but there's a lot of people
Well,
moving around.
Well, I'll be drawn by the wagon of.
Okay. You're at the wagon. Are you gonna be like touching anything or making yourself known or anything?
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it like, hello, anybody here? I'm gonna get some of your meat.
Oh, hang on just a moment. Still unpacking. Oh, it's you. Why is it no matter where I go, you're always there? What did I do in a past life, Godrick? What did I do?
You.
Yes, me. Just got started. Just got started back up. Just getting supplies. Coming back from the damn crossroads. And of course you're here. What do you want?
Is he the only meat vendor in this place?
Oh, he's the only one!
Fuck.
This is not a town that normally has meat stalls. It's literally like passing by and materials brought in.
I'm gonna have like a grim face.
He has about the same face, just... So you're gonna buy something?
I'm gonna take this, and that. How much for those?
He looks over it. I really should charge you more for busting up me stall last time, but that's not good business practice now, is it? Alright, fine. I'll give you those for a gold and 2 silver.
Here, I'm gonna give him the gold and 2.
Yeah, thank you very much. And he wraps them up and just, no, please just leave me alone. I've suffered enough last night.
I wasn't here for you. I was here for me. And I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna give him a passing glance. I'm just gonna up to leave. Like I'll pretend like I'm doing the snubbing look, but you know, obviously I'm not used to doing that.
As you're leaving, like he's just kind of, at least it's better to deal with her than those little red bastards the other night.
The little red bastards. Gasp.
All right.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear that as you're walking away. He just goes back to his work.
I stop and then I go back and like, what little red bastard?
Oh god, why did I say anything? I thought you were gone. Can we please just not? Alright, fine, you're not gonna leave until I tell you, are you? You're not gonna leave until I tell you, are you?
Well, you might as well just say it.
On my way back from the crossroads, there were these little tiny sneaky bastards who kept like laughing and chittering in some type of weird ass language. I don't know what their problem was. Luckily they didn't pay me too much mind and I had to chase them off with a stick. But they definitely didn't look pleasant. Motherfuckers stabbed me in the arm. Hurt like a son of a bitch.
Oh, it's unfortunate that it was just only a stab.
Yeah. Are we done now? Can we please be done?
Yes, we're done, and I'm gonna do that weird snubbing, you know, gesture that sometimes I see people sometimes do, and I just walk away.
Right.
Meat vendor!
Meat vendor! Alright, so she comes back with meat. Loads of meat.
I'm gonna try some Godrick's brew too. Or is it ale? Godrick's ale. What is it called again?
Godrick's brew? Yeah. You go to the mess hall and ask for some. Oh yeah, we got some. And he hands you a tankard full. Go ahead and make the con save.
Where's Malik, by the way?
You haven't seen him.
Yeah, well, before I drink it, I'm gonna start looking for Malik.
Okay. You're sloshing around with that. You're going through the, like, the friggin' barracks, basically, where all your rooms were. And you do...
Is this the same barracks I went through the last time?
Well, it's the, like, rooms that have all the beds. It's where you slept. Like that hall. That's where you currently are. So yes, it is still technically the one that you went through the last time. Yes, you and Wilhelm will work to tidy up the chapel. Grom, as you're going through the barracks, you do hear like the guitar kind of playing just through one of the doors. Or lute, I should say.
Oh, not that music, no.
Yeah. You're just hearing it through the door. Just do-doom.
Okay, I'm gonna like... Well, I'm not knocking, I'm just gonna open the door.
He's just sitting there playing.
Hey! Malik! Come drink with...
Ah! Grom, sure. let's go drink.
By the way, I don't know if it's important, but see, there's this meat vendor that you don't really care about him more, but he mentioned something about meeting little red bastards, and I'm thinking it's the same little demons that we killed the last time.
Probably. Depends on how long ago it was. What of it?
Ah, shit, I forgot to ask about that too. I was just too busy snubbing him.
He kind of like half-heartedly just like shakes his hand through your hair and like, of course you did.
Ah, forget about him. Let's just drink.
Right. Do let's. He seems slightly distant.
You okay, Malik? Usually you're more what's the word? Fancier.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Okay. Last time someone says everything will be fine, things were not fine.
It's just a little bit of writer's block. It's nothing important.
Oh, well. I won't know anything about that, so you do you.
Anyways, let's drink, shall we?
Yes.
Alright, so you all are getting hammered. Go ahead and make your con save.
Come on, Constitution, yes!
Yes! Yeah, Malik seems to not be handling it great. He's
oh no, is he gonna sound like...
Nah, I'm just a little sleepy. This is good ale, though. Yeah. You're doing fine, by the way.
But I don't see the big deal how everybody gets weird and slosh about.
Oh, I suppose it's just the trick of living at sea so long. Occasionally you get sloshed. Much like the waves, constantly going back and forth.
Malik, you lost me.
Malik, what?
I said, Malik, you lost.
I know I did. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. So, a little bit other time passes. Vranik, you're helping Wilhelm tidy up the chapel. Everything seems to be going fine there. Is there anything particular you're wanting to talk about with that?
No, I'm just wanting to do something priesty.
Priesty! Alright. Evening comes. Malik and Grum have just stayed in the mess hall for the most part of the day, drinking and eating. Vranik, Brudrin, Candide, you're all getting hungry. Because it's becoming night.
Yeah, I'll head probably out to the mess hall when my sleep starts growling.
Same here.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess Candide will head back to the mess hall as well.
Alright, so yeah, you all go back to eat. Malik's a bit drunk, just talking about the waves and the ocean and such. I feel like somebody's missing.
I'm gonna look around and see who's here.
Yeah, Grum's just gonna like drink and just like nod, but she's got like this confused look at her, in her eyes. I'm like,
You guys don't see Ganel anywhere. You see Candide. Candide's just kind of sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Ganel go this time?
He left a note.
What?
He left a note.
I heard you, Candide. What note?
Just slides the note over to him, tosses it.
I'm gonna open it up and read it.
That's the idea.
Alright. It pretty much just says that he's going to deal with that thing that's chasing him, and he's going to where Ariza fell.
what? We just we're doing this again. First it was Ariza.
Brandon's going to crumple the note and just start twitching and go. So when we find him, I want you to hold him so I can punch him in the face. And then I will fix it. And I will do it again. I will fix it again. I told him not to do exactly what he's doing.
Brannick, it's kind of weird for me to say it, but I think you should calm down. Leave the raging to me.
Hey, look, I know I get a little bit hot-headed, but you need not be so hot-headed, man.
But
you know what? Branch is gonna put it down and go, you know what? You all fix this. I have fixed enough. I'm gonna stay here. You guys go find him. He's going north, where Ariza died. That's what this says. Go. I'm not.
well, I'm gonna get up to you. Well, we are all gonna go together. We are a clan. We are a family. We go together. We ride together. We die together.
Bad boys for life.
Yeah,
What's for
sucker.
life?
Yeah, sucker.
No, I mean we're a clan. We're a family. We're gonna go as one. We're not gonna leave anyone behind.
Well,
So
it
we're
seems
gonna
like
go
you guys have a hard
after-
enough time tracking him down, so.
Well, we haven't gotten to the part of tracking him
Well,
down.
actually, Candide, we know exactly where he's going. It's where one of our previous people died.
So if we go now,
She lost her legs.
You ain't got no legs, Ariza.
Are we going now, or
yeah, we should go now so that way we
Sure.
can.
Branch is like, sure.
Sure, fine, whatever.
I'm gonna pat Brannick. I'm like, Brannick, you need to.
Wilhelm's kind of
Get a
just
hold of
like,
yourself.
do you need horses?
Yes.
We're going to need.
We've got a
I'm
couple you
sure
can
you did
borrow.
that.
well?
We don't
Malik
really need
make
any
it?
messengers going out right now. We've only got a couple though, is the problem. So some of you could go quicker, but if you're all wanting to travel together, it's not gonna work.
Grum, Burdrin, you guys have the best chance. Get going. You can track him, Grum. Candide, if they've got room, you go.
What about you?
I'll walk.
I can go faster than you are.
Yeah, but you can't go faster than a horse can. And you're better in a fight. He's going after the guy who's chasing him. Despite me telling him not to do that.
What's
Despite him telling me that he wouldn't do that.
What was that, Brudrin?
Well, isn't there something we can hook one of the horse?
It'll slow him down. Just go.
What is the first rule of D&D?
Okay, we're not gonna split the
The
party.
party's already been split.
We're not gonna
but there's
further
a
split
single
the...
person versus
Okay,
the
it's
rest
either
of the
everyone
party.
goes slowly, or several people go quicker and catch up to him. Those are our options. We don't have
Okay,
enough horses for
why
everybody.
don't you? Okay, why don't you go with someone? I'll run, because I know I can run fast. I can run faster than you. Just go. You go. I'll go after you guys. 1 foot. I can go fast. I can go faster than you on foot.
You're more worthy in a fight than I am.
Just go. Go, Brannick.
No, Brannick's gonna stand his ground in front of Grum and go, no.
Candide
Malik.
just stands up and walks off like he's.
Malik just kind of like,
argument.
just go. I'll fucking walk. Go. Fuck.
You're wasting time.
If
We're
you
all
want-
wasting time.
if
He's
you want to
actually
meet
like
your friend,
shoving.
we should
He's
leave
shoving the
tonight.
two of you. Just
All right,
Fuck,
I'm
move.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on the horse.
How many horses do you have, Wilhelm?
like two.
Do you know anyone with more horses?
In the immediate vicinity, not particularly, but a couple of our messengers are still out, as are a couple of the ones that pull the carts that have all of our supplies. It goes on a cycle.
Brannick's just gonna start walking.
Alright. Brannick starts
I'm gonna take a
walking.
horse. I'm gonna take a horse and I'm gonna tell Grub to come with me.
Come with
Come with
me.
you if I want to live.
Come
Come with
on.
me if you want to leave.
Wait, are we sharing a horse?
A horse isn't gonna be able to
Hell
hold
no.
me with anybody else. I weigh too much with full weight.
He weighs a
Okay,
shit ton.
I'll go on the other horse.
Yeah, get going. You two can actually help him. I
Yeah.
need to calm down anyway, because in the mood I'm in, I'm going to hurt him just as much as anybody else right now.
Have you considered that he wanted to handle this on his own?
I had Candide.
Your friendship is foreign to me.
You'll learn.
Okay, well, I'm on the horse. I'm gonna follow Bruggen.
Alright, so Bruggen and Grum are running off with the horses. Malik and Brannick and Candide, you're all walking currently. Now, Brudrin,
Yes. No.
are you
I'm
just
not.
following the path?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try and go the quickest way as I can, heading in that direction.
Okay. The quickest way that you know is the path because you haven't explored these woods. You don't know if there's a quicker way to where that thing is. You
What about
know
me? Do
point
I
A,
know?
point B. None of you have really explored these woods too much. You just know point A, point B.
Well, what is the terrain like between where we are and where Ganel is?
What was that, Candide?
I was asking, like, what is the terrain like between where we are and where we're going?
Woods mostly.
All right. My natural explorer feat could be helpful for that in forest, then, if it's a forest.
Yes, it is forested.
Okay, good.
All right. So, Brudrin and Grum, you travel on horse. Mind you, it's night. So, are you traveling all night? Just go?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of rested, relaxed during the day, so I'm all right.
Hey, you're all right for now. It's not sleep. And you had a rather painful day.
No.
So you're going through the night, riding through the desert on a horse with no name. All right. So, Grum, Brudrin, Candide, Vranik, make con saves.
Oh, once they pass me and they're off in the distance, I'm turning around.
Oh, you're going back into the vigil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're gone.
How would you betray us? How would you betray us like that? No, so you're gonna be like, he hit me, so I'm gonna hit him back.
Wah, wah. Okay. So, Brudrin, you are
my God.
You are exhausted. Like, you're riding through here, but you just already feel exhausted as it is. Grum, Candide, you're doing okay. Alright. Candide, also, since you're going to be trying to track him, go ahead and do a survival check.
Rip.
Go ahead and do your roll real quick, Ganel. You can whisper it to me if you wish. Because I'm just curious. If you're talking, I can't hear you. He caused me to use all the beef!
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Alright. So, Candide, you're not 100% sure because these are not the normal woods you're used to, but you know enough about, like, typical animal tracks and stuff like that, that something looks odd.
Odd in what way?
It just seems like not very natural not very natural footprints going through.
I'll follow the trail.
Is that mine? Mine's gone static? Or is it something else?
Yours.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was hard to...
Hello? Better? Worse? Nope. 2
It's
seconds.
still the same.
Maybe now. Maybe now?
Oh yes.
Okay. Don't know why I did that. Hello.
So what was the last thing you said?
Okay. It looks odd because it's not like animal footprints. There's very much something distinctly wrong with this set of footprints going up. And it seems to be heading north.
Yeah, I'll follow them. If it's not Ganel, I would assume it could belong to whoever it is that's pursuing him. Possibly. I don't know.
Potentially. You're not sure what his whole situation with that is. Okay. So you're traveling
I'm not
along.
Worried about like getting in a fight because Vranik, you went back to town, right?
Yep,
Yes,
it's just...
sure I did.
That means I'm traveling alone. And
Nope,
because
you're traveling with
the
Malik.
Ranger... Oh, well, I can't move stealthily with him there then. That's...
Well, you technically can. You can give Pass Without a Trace to both of you.
Okay, yeah, I could cast that. That's true.
It lasts for what, like a couple hours? I think it's like an hour, 2 hours, something like that.
Last up to an hour.
Yeah, up to an hour. Okay. So yeah, like you'll probably want to save that until you're certain you're getting a bit closer so that you can kind of mask your approach, as it were. But for the most part, right now you have a good sense of where this track was going, and it seems to be going north.
Okay.
Alex just kind of like, oh man, he really picks weird times to go off, doesn't he?
Right in the middle of the night.
They leave in the middle of the night? Probably would have figured he would have left like midday. Why would you leave at night? We're obviously gonna know that he didn't come here at night. I don't know, I'm drunk. Just ignore me.
Yeah, you are. We should follow this trail. The footprints don't look normal.
Yep, whatever you say. Whatever you say. He's just following you. Okay. So, Brudrin and Grum, after about morning, like daylight, you reach the crossroads. Didn't take you all that long because you were on horse. So, you reach the crossroads. Doing anything in the morning? Yes, it is.
I'm exhausted. How are you feeling, Drum?
I can go all night.
As I'd say, you're a bit tired, but it's not like you are still like, I'm okay.
I'll be
I
good.
need to rest.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't rest, Brudrin, you'll just suffer like a level of exhaustion, so you'll be kind of worse for wear.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to rest, I'll take the first watch then.
Well, you're in town, but yeah, if you're wanting to keep a
Oh.
watch for Ganel or something.
Well, no, might as well. You should also go for a short rest.
Yes, do rest.
All right. Go to the inn. See if there's a room.
Oh, there's plenty of rooms. It's the morning. Nobody has any.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I need a room. How much?
Oh,
I'm gonna make sure
well,
our horses is tied up properly in the back outside.
oh, probably about a gold for the pair of you.
Oh, we're not together.
Oh, well then 2 gold.
All right, I'm gonna pay the 2 gold.
All right, you pay the 2 gold. They hand over 2 keys.
I'm gonna throw 1 key at Grum, and I'm just gonna go straight upstairs and go to sleep right away.
All right, you sleep. And Grum, are you sleeping? I'm assuming.
I'm gonna let the innkeeper know that if I'm gonna describe like how the rest of the party looks, so that way like if they happen to come by, to let them know that we're here. And I let them know like if a dragonborn by the name of, if he mentioned his name is Rannick or
They're kind of like cleaning stuff and getting things prepared. Yep, all right, sure.
alright. And I'm gonna go and take a
Take a little nap.
and I'm gonna see if I can if I can reach a roof.
You're gonna try to reach Aruku?
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go for
Roll that insight. Roll it. Roll it. I dare ya!
Oh,
Okay.
I can't even watch.
You fall asleep. And everything seems really, really nice. You wake up in that tiny little bed.
Oh, hello again. What are you doing here?
We need help.
Okay. I mean,
Well-
I kind of knew you guys needed help, but I don't know that I'm necessarily the one to help you.
Well, maybe you can. Do you even know what's happening?
Other than a general
Do you
need
know-
to, other than a general need of help for you guys, no.
Well, Ganal left on his own. And
Why do you guys keep doing stupid things?
I don't know. It's not me who did it.
Oh well, at least if it's Ganel off by himself, I don't think that thing has much interest in him anymore.
Yeah, but he mentioned he's gonna go after someone, and well, we just want to make sure that he's gonna be safe because we don't want the demon to get after him.
Okay. How am I going to help with this?
I don't know. You're like the demigod something. Maybe you can ask someone for help. Use your connections, man.
Well, considering that the person who usually tracked you guys is kind of our enemy now, think. How do you suppose we would track someone?
I'm just gonna grab the bed and just lift it up and just crash into the fucking ground.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna lift the bed, the tiny bed, and lift it up and then crash it to the ground in a fit of rage.
See, this is why I said you guys need help. It's not necessarily the type of help I can provide, but you need help. Oh well, at least I can make another one of those fairly easily.
And another one just rises up out of there.
I'm gonna crash that one too. I'm just gonna take it and then toss it to the side, or like toss it somewhere up in the air or something.
I suppose this is therapeutic.
Click, 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 click. Just bed.
Alright, now my eyes are twitching like.
Bed. Chair.
There's a chair.
Give him the chair!
Just a chair? What's the point of this?
Well, they break
You know what?
better.
You know what? You know what? I'm going to calm down because one, Ganal left. Two, Rannick is going apeshit. And three, I'm just gonna go and take a nap. And I'm just gonna go to one of the beds and just lay down there.
Alright, see you again sometime.
You wake up. It's like fairly late in the day. Yep, 4. I'm stuck in the woods with a drunkard who sobers up midway through the night, but he's just alright. So Grum wakes up. Brudrin, are you doing anything, or do you just sleeping? Sleep.
Yeah, just sleeping until I
All right.
feel exhausted. Well,
You wake up a little bit after midday, kind of afternoon. Okay, back to Candide and the ever merciful, or the ever elusive Malik. You're doing some tracking.
Yeah, is there any way that I can tell by the tracks and everything that I'm seeing, like how far behind we are, how old they look?
They seem relatively old. Like, you would probably venture a guess that you're about like a half day behind, for the most part.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, we've yet to rest. We're going to need to rest at some point.
Maybe. I mean, it's morning, and you're still feeling okay. Like,
Yeah.
you obviously would feel a lot better if you had slept, but you can still stomach it.
Okay.
All right. Ganel, go ahead and send me another thing real quick. Whisper into my ear. Candide, make another survival check as well, please. Please. All right.
Actually, Virus, first thing that happens when I wake up in the morning, because I'm
Yes.
sleeping while they're all doing this, I'm going to go into the temple and cast Word of Recall,
Okay.
which sets that temple as my location when I cast it when I'm not there.
Seems good. All right. You're kind of losing the tracks, Candide. You thought you had been gaining for a little bit, but then they kind of just... the leaves and like the wind blowing is kind of messing up the actual footprints. Malik,
I mean, is it
kind
to
of
the
seems to
point-
go, what's wrong?
The trail it's falling apart.
Oh no, it's right over this way. He points out what seemed to be like a set of footprints just going off to the left.
Well, I'll be damned. I like you a lot better when you're sober.
A lot of people do. Everybody loves
So-
me.
So with this, do these footprints look different than the ones that we've been tracking since the night before?
They seem fairly similar.
So
Not
they
like-
still don't look animal-like still, right?
No, they're not animal-like. They're definitely like humanoid in appearance.
Well, with that being the case, I'd say that Candide continues to follow the trail that his cohort has miraculously found.
All right. So, let's see here. Everyone's sleeping. Hang on a sec. All right, so midday comes around. Burdrin, Grum, you're waking up. Everything seems fine. Trump, 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 Trump. You did ask Wilhelm if there were any horses, like new horses or anything. He kind of goes to look. He's like, there's one, but I'd really rather not. It just came back from a multiple days ride.
That's fine. I'll catch up to it.
And you're rather heavy.
Yeah, well, while you were doing that, I can teleport back here when I need to.
That's fair. Alright, you start tromping along. So what are you doing, Brudrin and Grum? It is like midday. You wake up.
Well, I'm gonna eat a little bit of my meat. I'm gonna share it with Brudrin if he wants some meat.
Yes, I do want some meat.
Are you sitting and eating, or are you walking and eating?
Well, we have our horses, right?
Yeah,
Anything we can
riding
ride
and
and
eating.
eat. Can we ride and eat?
I'm
You can
sure
try.
can. All I need is just shovel the meat down there. No.
Yeah, no, let's just sit down and eat and then just book it.
Alright, so you spend about like 30 minutes sitting, eating, drinking, and then heading off. Yes! With lard? Oh god. Alright. So yeah, Brudrin Grum, you get back on the horse and you're heading off to the north towards where you think the ice pillar had been. You like go back up, or not even where the ice pillar had been, where Ariza had fallen. You go up, and after a little while, it becomes very obvious where the wave had come from because the entire forest is just like gone. And there's wreckage everywhere, and you look to the right, and far off in the distance you can see the little hut.
Alright, are we heading there, Grum?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, you go riding off through the wreckage towards the hut. Baba Yaga! It now belongs to Baba Yaga!
Baba Yaga!
Alright, you make it to the hut. Nobody seems to be there.
Okay.
Soon all shall join. Chat is dead and soon all shall join. Ominous. Alright.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so. Yeah, go ahead.
So. What are you doing at the hut? Are you just gonna wait and try to keep an eye out for Ganel? What are you doing? Because this is the spot that it said that he was going towards.
Huh.
Well, we can wait for him here.
Well, we can, yeah. Do you just want to walk around and...
Or did
like
you want to wait and ambush for...
Well, we stopped, and we don't know how long it took. We don't know how much of a head start he had, so...
That's true.
Chances are, if he's not here, he may not be coming here, or something happened to him.
You don't know. I mean, you were on horses and he was on foot. You don't know how far ahead of you he was. You don't know if you got ahead of him. You don't know what the fuck.
Alright, yeah, let's just wait here.
Okay.
Alright. Candide. Actually, no. No, we'll go to something else. Vranek is tromping. Tromp, 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 tromp. Alright. Ganel, you've been going for most of the night. Go ahead and do actually you stopped for a brief period to rest in one of the trees.
Alrighty.
And on the way there, you pass by you pass by a little bit to the left of the crossroads at some point. And then you kind of hear like this weird sound. Just a lot of like scraping and just dragging throughout the actual like forest.
Ooh. I'm gonna take a big breath. I'm gonna draw both my short swords and start heading right towards the sound.
Oh, you're talking about Ganel. I thought you were talking about Brax. Never mind.
Nope, Ganel.
I'll shut up now.
Ganel's been going and doing stuff. You're somewhere around here. Good. Always knew you were one who would come to the problem rather than run away from it.
Oh, am I sneaking up on him?
You can kind of see him, and like he's just kind of looking around. Every now and
like, I'm gonna go for like the stealth, assassinate, sneak attack deal here.
go ahead. All right. To the best of your knowledge, you are being very, very silent. Just traveling through the forest, kind of both short swords drawn.
Alrighty.
You can see him. He's kind of just looking around, and occasionally you see it almost kind of like you're not really sure what the appropriate feeling would be, but like just his head kind of suddenly like twists to the other side and seems to like blur reality through it, where he doesn't seem to be fully there.
Oh, lovely.
Now,
Yeah, I'm just trying to use all this training that I have, and I'm gonna try to sneak up on him and just do my assassinate. So see how well this goes.
now where are you? Come out and play. Okay, go ahead and make the attack. Managing to come up behind him. Go ahead and roll the,
that's a crit too.
Yep, which you were gonna crit anyway.
Yeah, it's just funny.
So go ahead and roll the sneak attack damage. All the sneak attack damage. Whew. Alright. So you run up and just stab it through where normally in the back the heart would be. And just stab it through. Ah! Oh, there you are. And like before you can even pull it out, like it just seems to already be like dislodged from him, and he's like turned around, blurred, just facing you. Hello again, Canal. What? Is that all you have? And he grabs the sword, or the other sword hand, and just shoves it through the chest where the heart is. That's not gonna work this time. Not very well.
I've already killed you once. I have no qualms doing it a second time.
It's not about having qualms. It's about what you're gonna do. Alright, are you doing anything else with that, or?
Well, technically, if I have surprise round, I have a bonus action, which means I could use my other sword, short sword.
Yep, you go ahead.
That's going to be 2 damage.
Alright, you kinda like try to stab at him, and he kinda just he actually like is just grabbing it and kinda just looking at it. You've gotten soft. And like goes to grab you by the throat. Let's see here. What's your AC?
17.
Okay. So you go ahead and take 8 necrotic damage as he kind of like grabs you with the other hand that isn't holding the sword, kind of lifts you up. Just, I'm gonna enjoy this. And just straight up lifts and drags and slams you into the ground as you feel a bit of your life force just being drained out.
Lovely. Just gonna keep back and forth in initiative here, or what?
What was that?
You just gonna keep going back and forth in initiative here, or what?
Yep. That's just what we're gonna do.
Well, I'm going to attack again here.
Okay.
I'll just spend half my movement to get up, I guess.
Yep, half movement to get up. It seems to be like making purchase, but it's kind of just slow dragging through it and not really seeming to leave much marks. Feeling a bit weak, are we? Good. Doing anything else?
Well, really, all I can do is... Well, really, another... I guess I'll just make another... I can't really disengage anyway, so he's already here.
Well, I mean, you could disengage, but...
It's not really gonna matter, so...
Alright.
If it hits, it's 6 points of damage.
You're slashing through all this, and it is making purchase around his, like, kind of... His sword hand seems to be, like, very, very sluggish. Like, he has one hand with a sword in it and just the one open hand. And he's trying to, like, bring up the sword to deflect it, but it seems really, really just sluggish. Like, some of the ligaments are missing, you would guess. Brudrin and Grum, make perception checks real quick. Grum, for just the briefest of seconds, you thought you heard like a bit of a thud far off in the distance. It was kind of faint.
I'm gonna stand up. I think I smell a fire.
You honestly don't know. You just heard a thud and then a couple birds kind of went flying off.
Ooh.
So something was happening. You're just not sure what. And it seemed to be going in the southwest.
Right there.
Okay.
Why don't we try to investigate it? Could be something. Hello?
I don't know if
Richard?
Rugen's still
I was
there.
muted. I'm
Oh.
following.
Alright. Are you on the horse or are you walking? What are you doing?
Well,
Walking.
yeah, we're gonna start
Okay.
running.
Alright. So Ganel, he tries to bring up the sword and like slash at you. And it's just very slow and predictable. But then all of a sudden his hand kind of does that like phase thing again, and immediately where you jump to just grabs you and gotcha, and slams you down into the ground. Go ahead and take, what is that? 11 necrotic damage. And you are prone again.
Okay, I'm gonna try something here.
Okay, go ahead.
Using the Circlet of Uranus, I'm gonna try to cast Weird.
Alright, you try to bring forth the power within the circlet, and it kinda just seems to fizzle out.
How appropriate.
Oh, What? Your toy's not working? Isn't that just too sad?
I'm not even acknowledging this guy. I'm just trying to take him out, so.
Okay. Are you getting up and trying to smack him, or what are you doing? No sound? No soundy?
Sorry, so I used my turn to get up and I tried to use weird, so that would be my action for the round.
Yeah, you could try to... Yeah! Offhand.
Well, it'll be part of my attack action, so I can't really do that.
Okay. I was gonna let you, but okay, fine.
I'm trying to be fair about it.
Oh. Music, why you stop? This is important. Alright. Brudrin and Grum, you're slowly making your way over there. From where, or you hear another, like, thud and crash. You can definitely tell you're getting in the right direction.
Oh, it's a fight! I think that's, you know...
How far away is it?
It's... In game terms, it's probably gonna take you at least another, like, 6 rounds to get there for Grum, and probably, like, about 8 for Brudrin. Because Brudrin is slow. Alright, so Ganel...
If I fly?
Same move speed, just airborne.
Right, okay.
I can't run, my little dwarf legs are too short.
You need to start.
Very dangerous over short distances. Alright, so yeah, he tries to bring up the sword again, and it's very slow and clunky, and just goes through it, and he tries to do the same trick, but this time you're a little bit ahead of it, so you dodge to the right and then immediately kind of like flip back over the sword, and he... getting clever, aren't we? See, that's one thing I always appreciated about you. Alright, Ganel, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
30 feet back, draw my bow, take a shot.
Okay. Oh, what's the matter? Don't want to play. Tromp, 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 tromp. His head's kind of like swaying as the form's just kind of meandering towards you, and you thought you had the rhythm when it got here is where you were aiming to hit, but as the shot came off the head, did that like ripple thing again and just kind of pulled off to the side. Oh, too bad. All right. So, you fire off at him, and is that all you're doing, I'm assuming?
That's all I can do for the turn. I've used my bonus action and stuff, so.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
I can pace him, though.
He kinda slowly starts meandering and just shuffling towards you. Time to see if this thing's deal is as good as he said it was. Suddenly that ripple effect kind of takes place again, and he's just suddenly behind you. You manage to... or you see like the blur just... so you manage to avoid the sword as it goes through, and then he immediately is picking you up again and just slamming you back down. Oh, that's interesting. That's a real joy, that is. Another 9 necrotic. He's gonna... Alright. And again! What are you doing?
Same thing. I mean, if he's gonna keep coming at me, I can keep disengaging and moving and shooting, so...
Okay. Take a shot. Shot!
I'm going to try one of my fire arrows this time.
Okay.
Fuck!
What's the matter? Getting a little bit twitchy. Okay, here we go again. He's kind of meandering forward, and this time he doesn't seem to be blurring very much, but he slowly drags that sword up again. And this time he's like bringing it from a weird angle where you kind of have to duck under it, and as you do that, he just grabs your leg and like flips you over himself and slams you back down. This thing's power is something else. Take another 7 necrotic.
Tell me, as much as you talk, we'd be done with this already.
Well, still getting a bit used to using this again. You left me in pretty bad shape. Go ahead. You just scramble to your feet and dash back. Fuck! Are you using a fire arrow or what are you using? Just a regular arrow? Miraculously enough, you do actually manage to find purchase into his stomach. Just kind of...
Oh, really?
It seems to, like, go through a little bit and just...
I guess it's to see if my entanglement works now, huh?
Oh, were you using that? It's a once per day you, like, say you're doing that.
Oh,
but, yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I figured you'd do it when I attack, but...
Oh, no, because it's... You basically, like, call out, and it will do it no matter what.
Okay. I'll do
Like,
it
it will
next time,
hit
then.
that spot.
I'll do it next time, then.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is really bad with his sword arm, apparently. Like, he is again just meandering towards you, really obvious wide arc. In, like, trying to slam it down. This one, he doesn't give you much room to do anything else other than kind of, like, jump up, or he kind of, like, goes to sweep and it just goes low and you jump above it and he just brings the claw down, or the, like, hand down upon you and slams your face back down into the ground. You know, it might be a little bit better for you if you just stay there. Go much quicker. And you take another 8 damage. Alright, go ahead and get back up and try again.
Alright, we'll try this entanglement.
Okay. Alright. You hit that one through it and... Ah! You know, that's really, really impressive and everything. But... Starts trying to move towards you. Full of tricks, I see. Alright. What was the DC for the bow again? 14, I think? You're muted. Or not on push to talk. Something.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So yeah. He kind of is trying to, like, wrench himself from that and doesn't seem to be having much purchase with it and just kind of cursed. And then he finally, like, snaps through it by just, like, chopping the ground, or chopping at the vines near his legs. Seems to cut into himself a little bit and doesn't really seem to do too much to him, but it cuts the vines free enough for him to start moving. And he starts moving towards you. He does get right up on you. And he's just, that's a neat trick. Alright, go ahead, Ganel. Disengage, back away, shoot again for another day. Shot, 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 shot.
If that last one hit that roll, that one's going to hit them too.
Yeah. It does indeed find purchase through it. It seems to be like leaving a few like good-sized chunks missing from him now. Just guess this guy's thing is a bit less impressive than he made it out to be. Guess this goes to show you that you should never trust a devil.
When I'm done with you, I'll go find him.
You'll have some fun. You'll all have some fun.
And then when I'm done with him, I'm gonna come to the underworld and I'm gonna whoop your ass one more time.
I love it. You do notice one thing that's a little bit weird. He kind of starts twitching just a little bit. Like a little bit more than that blurry part. One of the like ripple effects comes through, and where its face had been like kind of normal, you start seeing like the bottom half of his jaw just become this like fanged atrocity. And just so that's what he meant. Lovely. He comes up and like does the big swing with the sword again. You're really trying to guess where he's going to try to grab at you, but he seems to just read you even better and just slam and then immediately just chomp into your shoulder blade with the like jagged fangs. This isn't even his final form. Go ahead and make a con save real quick. Alright. So, you go ahead and take... You take 25 damage total.
How much of that was the poison?
Let's see here. The poison part was 11, so if you're resistant to that, you take 5, and then if you're resistant to piercing, you take 3.
Well, I had the evasion for the piercing part, so...
Ah, okay.
So 14?
Yep. Ah, that's nifty. Can't say that I don't like the taste of your blood, though. Alright.
Who says that?
Huh?
Who says that?
Just like I loved the taste of your friend's blood. Been a while, though.
Does he have me pinned or anything, or...?
Oh no, you're not pinned. You just...
Okay, just making sure I wasn't stuck.
You're able to get up.
Alright, taking the shot then.
Same thing. Yeah, that's starting to hurt a little. Good job. Alright. About this time... Hang on, let's do this one real quick. Okay. So yeah,
I'm
Grum,
getting close.
you actually show up as this part happens. Ganel, you shot through him, and then that ripple effect seemed to just... Or after the shot goes through and he says that, just, kind of ripple effects up to you, and the sword actually already is digging into the side with this. It actually went faster, finally. It's about time this damn thing worked. Grabs you and slams you down and goes to try to bite into you again with that, like, jaw, but kind of digs into the ground instead. You manage to move your head to the side enough and just face into the dirt. You see Ganel getting, like, thrown around like a rag doll, Grum.
Oh, I'm charging up his ass. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Juggernauts! Alright, so Ganel, you take a total of 9 damage.
If it's all physical, I'll just do evasion and take half then.
Oh, no, it wasn't all physical. That's after you're, like, half.
Oh, okay.
I did the calculations for you. Alright, so Grum, what are you doing?
I'm charging my laser.
Are you doing anything special?
Oh, I'm jumping up and trying to lash to his, I guess, to his back.
Alright, so you're trying to just swing away at his back.
Swing.
Gah! Oh.
And I go.
Your friends finally showed up, did they? And here I thought that you'd do this like a man.
Shit!
Roll another d20!
And Grum's the one that kills me.
Lol.
Lel. Alright. Grum, in your fervor, you do like one swing and try to bring it down into this guy's back. And he just you haven't really seen it because you've just seen him like slamming Ganel. You kind of go to slam it, and like all of a sudden his entire body just kind of ripple effects to the side, and Ganel right next to your head, axe embedded in the ground. You can feel a little bit of the fire singe still. Grum, your axe is stuck. It's stuck! It's stuck! It's stuck! It's stuck! Alright. So Ganel, it's your turn to do some stuff.
Okay, I'm definitely disengaging. But now I have an ally within 5 feet, so...
Yeah. Now's when your roguely powers actually mean something.
If I hit... Oh, I hit.
Go ahead and roll it. Wop wop. Okay. So this one does do like a good chunk through his arm, and like the arm with the sword just kind of like shatters and like seems to fall off and just... Really now? Alright. Go ahead, or Grum, you could try to punch him if you're wanting to let go of the axe, because he's ignoring you.
No, I'm gonna take my axe. That'll take my action.
Okay. It would take your action on your turn, but I'm saying like when he's moving, you could like try to just punch.
Oh, because like
attack of opportunity, yes.
Oh, shit! I don't have a punch.
Just roll a d20 real quick. I know roughly what it is.
It'll be strength mod plus proficiency bonus. And
So plus 9.
D3 plus. Then it'll be a D3 plus strength plus rage.
Yeah, you hit. Roll d3. You can do it! Punch him in the back! Cause this shit's about to get funny. Well, while you're figuring that out, Ganel, he's... Yeah. Ganel, while he's like running at you, he doesn't have the sword anymore, obviously, so he's kind of just trying to like lunge and grab at you. And instead you kind of like dodge to the side, and he was moving too full force and his hand kind of just gets stuck in the ground. And he's kind of... He doesn't even have the other arm to pull it out, so he's literally like... kind of doing the like... both legs. Ah! Well, that's embarrassing. I guess everybody has a little bit of performance anxiety every now and again. The fucking face. Alright, go ahead, go ahead. Oh, Grum. It's your turn. You would have to take an action to pull the axe out.
Okay. But I get an extra attack. Will that also eat that up?
Yes, because you're not taking the attack action.
Yeah. Do I get a bonus action?
Not a bonus attack action because you didn't frenzy, but I mean, what were you trying to do?
That's fine.
Just get close to him, fuck!
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get close to him once I get my...
Alright, so yeah, go ahead and just make an athletics real quick. You should be fine with your modifiers, but I just gotta see this.
Unless I do a 1.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You just plunge it out of the ground. Okay, and you run over, I'm assuming. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so yeah. You run over there. And Ganel, go ahead. Alright, roll it. Do your sneak attack. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Alright, you do the shot and it kind of goes through like its neck and the head just kind of rolls onto the ground. Guess it wasn't as good as he said. Oh well, it was worth a shot. You almost hear the drum roll. Ba-doom-ts. And it just kind of fades away and disappears. So yes, the thing that was hunting an elf seems to be gone. Candide, you and Malik are still wandering through the forest, kind of not really knowing. You have no idea. You're just following like the footprints that Malik is pointing out.
Yeah, I feel like Malik has led me astray, and I'm close to calling him an idiot at this point.
Welcome to the party.
I was gonna say, he's kind of, you know, like, wait a minute. I think there's something right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Go, or you seem to be really good at keeping quiet. Go ahead and check over the ridge real quick.
All right, do I need to roll stealth or anything?
Yeah. Okay, you think you're being real cautious. Okay. You look over and it kind of just seems to be like a weird, like, ravine type of thing. Like, you're just looking down and there's just a big ravine. The footsteps definitely go to that, like, spot on the ravine. And then they just disappear.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an athletics check real quick. Alright, you manage to, like, see it at the last second. Malik's charging you.
What? He's charging me?
Mm-hmm. You, like, grapple in him and, like, kind of almost get pushed over the ravine. Ah,
Alright.
you're a bit stronger than I thought.
Is there any way that I could, like, make a grab for one of my crossbows? Because I, like, carry them on my side.
Go ahead.
What do I need to roll?
Just go ahead and roll like an attack. Just click the attack. Okay. You shoot the crossbow into him and he kind of just Well, at least you should be gone for a while. And he kind of like brings the cloak around. You haven't really seen him do much with this thing aside from like make water for everyone. It suddenly just produces a like blast of water. Go ahead and make another athletics check. Kildrak. This time it actually just pushes you entirely to the other side of the ravine.
The fuck?
Let me just...
How far away are we talking here?
It's probably like, oddly enough, a 20-foot gap.
I can still shoot that bastard from here then.
Yep, he starts running back. That should keep him occupied for a while.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pursue him. Fuck him.
Alright, and that's where we're going to stop it. You will have to figure out how to get back to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Malik betraying?
You are tearing us apart, Lisa! Alright, well that's all for tonight, everybody. We'll leave on that weird cliffhanger. And thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, keep gaming, and of course, patrons! Gotta love them. Thank you, Clay. Thank you, Sav. Thank you, everybody. Bye!
Sounds are dicks.